This week, Apple TV's show Trying premieres in its second season.
Film critic Pam Powell talks to the actors of the popular show about the return for season 2. Take a look.
Grace Ball and Esther Smith, thank you so much for joining me on WCIA TV to talk about your Apple TV series Trying. With season 1 under your belt, you're moving into season 2, which starts May 21st. But even though this has a comedic tone to it, I want to start with a very serious question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, so ready.
All right. Infertility affects millions of couples, both in the UK and the US. Do you feel like there's a certain responsibility in portraying this, or is there a pressure in relaying this type of a story?
I think there definitely is, because, as you say, it's a real life issue that millions of people around the globe deal with. And also, I think that infertility is still a taboo. People don't talk about it too much. It isn't represented that often because it is incredibly sensitive. So obviously, you want to treat it as respectfully as you possibly can. Now, the way that we're delivering that in this show is through the medium of comedy. But all of the comedy is rooted in reality. And I think part of the merit of the show, part of the reason why it works and why it lands is because you see these people in pain, having a very difficult time, but they laugh. It's their way of coping. It's their way of dealing with this awful situation in their life. And I think that's very human and very relatable. And I think part of what makes the show special. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing that makes this a very special series is the fact that the two of you have incredible chemistry. And without that chemistry, this show doesn't work. Tell me about, did you two know each other? Do you have a history of working together and knowing one another? Or how did you develop that?
No. So we met doing, so you have a thing called a chemistry read, a chemistry audition, which sounds like such a ridiculous thing to kind of go into a room and prove to other people that you've never met before, that you have chemistry with this other person that you've never met before, which just seems mad. So, you know, we met up before that chemistry read for a couple of hours, and you know, to work through the script and the scenes, and we just really got on, and it was so lovely and such a relief to know, okay, I'm in safe hands here. This is going to be okay, and I can do my job with the knowledge that, you know, I know I can, you know, I can. I find Rafe so funny, and that's part of it.
Yeah, but she laughs at me, not with me. It's not
so easy to do.
She doesn't. But you know, we have as much fun off screen as we do on. You know, like most of the time on a film set or a TV set, you're sat around. You know, it's a lot of waiting around, and we've got to hang out a lot over the last couple of years, Esther and I, and it's one of the great pleasures of my job. You know, we get on really well, don't we?
Yeah. I guess we do.
Yeah, you guess. Yeah, you guess. No, it's a really lovely thing to show on screen.
Is there anyone in your personal life that has inspired the development of each of your characters?
I think this is actually an opportunity to bring a lot of your own essence to the screen, and to borrow a lot from yourself. So actually, this is a character that's maybe as close to myself as I've played in recent years. Which is nice, and a little vulnerable making, but I really enjoy that challenge of accessing my own emotions, my own sense of humour, my own rhythms, and the way that I speak, and also the tone of the show reflects that of my own. Really, in fact, you know, I mentioned earlier is, you know, my way of dealing with hardship is by laughing, is by finding the light in situations. I find that incredibly soothing and bonding with other people. Like I love to laugh, and it helps me, and this character's like that, so I really enjoy drawing from myself, I guess.
How about you, Esther?
Yeah, well, similarly, actually, when I first read the script for season 1, I was sat in a coffee shop and I was just turning it page after page after page. It was so easy to get through, and I was crying and I was laughing. And one of the things about that is with the character of Nikki, I saw this person on the page who I really resonated with, and I just really could connect to. I really recognised myself in her, like aspects of her. And I don't know whether that's to do with, you know, that kind of universal theme of just trying to have things figured out in your 30s and not having them figured out as much as you would have liked them to be. I found a real comfort in that. But where Nikki's from in the show is from the West Midlands, which is where I'm from. That felt right. That felt like a right call to make. And I think, as Rafe was saying, it's there's an opportunity to use parts of myself within her, which is such a joy to be able to do.
Very good. Brings an element of reality and authenticity that we definitely see on the screen.
Trying Season 2 premieres this Friday. Sorry, I got a little carried away with the accent.
Don't forget to follow Real Talk with Chuck and Pam on Facebook. Do your socks match our furniture like his did?
Mine are gray.
Not too bad. Hey, coming up for you, we're going to get moving.